Hello, I'm going to continue with our story of the legend of Podkin One Ear and read you chapter 6. I hope you've been in suspense, wondering what was happening to Podkin's ear that had been pinned to the ground and that he was trapped. Let's find out. One Ear, chapter 6. Paz heard the clang of the door behind her and turned to see Podkin lying safely outside the warren. She felt a surge of relief, which quickly disappeared when she saw the look of agony on his face. Why isn't he getting up? She thought. Has he sprained his ankle, hurt his back? And then she saw the door prong, spearing his ear to the ground. That was when she screamed. She dashed to his side and took his hand. "Oh, Pod, your ear! Her brother's eyes were bulging and his teeth were gnashing in pain. She realised he must be trying his hardest not to scream, so that the Redwater rabbits wouldn't discover where they'd gone. The poor thing could hardly move his head. There was no way they could escape into the woods now. A voice came from back in the tunnel, somewhere in the dark. If only you hadn't run, then none of this would have happened. As Paz watched, she saw a figure step towards the door, closer to the light. It was Lady Russet, the gaunt, haunted Lady Russet with cold, dead eyes. "Let us go, milady." Paz looked up at her and pleaded. "You were always our friend. Don't let the gaunt take us." "The living statue they left here has sensed you. We have already sent the crow," said Lady Russet. "By now it has reached its masters and is calling them to us. It is too late." "How can you do this? Why would you help them? That's evil, Lady Russet. They killed our father." For a moment there was something like pity in the lady's eyes. Paz thought she even saw a tear form there before it trickled away into her fear. "They killed my husband too," she said, her voice little more than a whisper, "and all our guards and warriors. But they have my children, Rufus and Rusty. If I give you them, I might get them back." Paz's fury at this cowardly, spineless thing the chieftain's wife had become suddenly overflowed. She jumped up and grabbed the bars of the door, shouting down the tunnel at her. "What would my father say if he saw you now? What would your husband say? Call yourself a rabbit? You are no better than a weasel. You traitor!" Lady Russet jumped backwards, eyes wide, vanishing into the shadows. It was a good few moments before she spoke again, and when she did, her voice was shaky and broken, as if she was holding back from sobbing. "It won't be long until they are here. Your brother is stuck, and I won't free him. But if you are gone when they arrive, I will say he came here on his own. You and the little one can escape. That's the best I can do." With that, she was gone, back into the warren, leaving the little rabbits cold and frightened in the snow. "You heard her, Paz," said Podkin eventually. "You have a chance to get away. Leave me here and take Pookware somewhere safe." Paz gritted her teeth and shook the bars of the door. "I'm not leaving you behind," she said. "There must be some way to get you free." "Caw, caw!" Pook was wiggling around inside her tunic, shouting at the top of her voice. "What?" Paz snapped at him. "The crow's gone, Pook." "Caw, caw!" "It's gone, Pook. No bird, gone. Now stop shouting at me so I can think of what to do." The baby rabbit gave a frustrated yell, then started wriggling around like mad, pushing the cloth-wrapped dagger out of Paz's robes where she had stowed it. It took a moment for her to realise what he was doing. Of course, not claw, but claw. Star Claw. You're a genius, Pook. Paz gave him a quick muzzle, then dragged Star Claw out, ripping off the cloth, covering it as fast as she could. Clang! It swung hard against the door. She tried again and again, but nothing happened. Ah, Podkin said. The vibrations were like tiny explosions in his wounded ear. Stop doing that. Oh, Whisker, the gate's iron. The stupid dagger won't cut through it. How did they even get an iron gate? Unless the Gorm gave it to them. Paz cursed again and shoved the dagger into the snow. What was the point of having a magic weapon if you couldn't use it half the time? Podkin whimpered, his hands reaching up to his pinned ear. There must be some way to free him. She could cut away the stone of the gateway floor, or the lintel above perhaps. She wondered how much time they had. Her question was answered by a horn blast somewhere on the other side of the warren. They hardly had any time at all. Go, Podkin said. Just go. No, Paz shook her head. There had to be some other way around it. Her quick little mind whirred, ticking through all the possibilities. In the end, there was only one option. Pod. She gripped him by the hand and squeezed. The dagger can't cut through iron, but it can cut through your ear. Paz gulped. Podkin gulped. The door had speared his ear over halfway down. He would have to lose nearly the whole thing. Please don't, he said. Just leave me here for the Gorm. They probably won't kill me, will they? You're officially the chieftain of Mumbury Warren now, said Pez. They'll do to you what they did to Father, and they will wear your skull on the belt, on his belt, the leader's belt. But my ear. I have to do it now, Pod. There isn't much time. Podkin and Paz looked at each other. Finally, Podkin nodded. Paz pulled the dagger out of the snow. Inside her tunic, Pook squealed and hid his eyes. Hang on, said Paz. She remembered a lesson on wood lore about how spiderwebs could stop a wound bleeding. She stood on tiptoe and pulled a good handful of matted cobwebs away from around the door, ignoring the fat spiders that scuttled over her fingers, angry at having their winter sleep broken. Then she lowered the dagger tip to rest against Pod's ear. Will it hurt? He said. It might. Paz remembered the way the dagger had chopped through the tree trunk like it was butter. But it will be quick. Then do it, said Podkin, closing his eyes. It was funny how he didn't feel anything at first. Not the slice, not the cobwebs being pressed over the wound, nor the handful of snow after that. It was funny to be running off into the woods, leaving a part of your body behind. But the funniest thing of all was that, even after his ear had been sliced off, he could still feel the burning pain of the spike of the door piercing it, a burning pain in his ear that was no longer there. What a very brave Pod he was. The next one is another interlude, so I'll be back with that one very soon. Bye.